And yeah, guys, I never had to store the car for the winter. But since we have this thing, I definitely don't want to run this thing in the winter because we know wet roads and the salt will rust out your car quick. So I never knew any knowledge before ever. But I talked to that guy, and there's a lot of things you guys need to know before you store the car for the winter. So there's gonna be some things that if you store in the car for short period of time, like a couple weeks to a month, and there's when you store in a car for 6 to 1 year or even more. So there's some things there's some short period of time and there's some longer period of time. So let's dive into it, and I'll share my knowledge from other people, and then now I'm doing the same thing. So yeah, I'm not gonna go in a particular order, so I'm just gonna randomly show you those tips. So the first thing is store your car for the winter in a nice environment like a garage or a shed or a carport. So that way you don't have any dirt, any rain, any snow being on your car. So it's nice to store in a garage. Like as you could see, I have a nice, pretty decent size of a garage, and that's where the car is. Good thing to do to give a good wash before you storing it. Whatever the case be, ceramic coat it or wax it, clean inside and out. So that way you don't have any contaminants on your clear coat paint. So when that spring arrives, you're ready, good to go. And also have, like I have right here, car cover. Put a car cover, that way prevent from any kind of dust, because it will collect a lot of dust on the surface. So that way it prevents it. All right, guys, next thing is tires. Make sure you have plenty of air in your tires. A different car has different capacity of pressure tire. So make sure it's all filled up over winter. You're definitely gonna lose a little bit of air, which is not a big deal. You could go in a gas station and fill them up. But if the car sits on a flat tire for a very long time, you could create a flat tire spot. I believe it's mostly in a very older car. But yeah, guys, just make sure you fill up your tires with the air. That's it. All right, guys, the next thing is your gas tank. Make sure you filled up your gas tank fully with the gas up to the max, because I never knew that. Last year I set it with a little bit of a gas, and I thought, well, in the spring I'll just get a nice fresh gas. But that's not the case, because if you have empty gas tank, it creates the moisture, the extra air and water in your gas tank, which could lead to the corrosion, and you don't want to have that issue. So you definitely want to fill up fully to the max with the gas. I see a lot of people, I need to put a stabilizer in my car, in my gas tank, because the gas is gonna be really bad. Stupid. I mean, hear me out. If you put in a car for a short period of time, like 4 months, 5 months, you'll be fine. You don't have to put stabilizer. But if you put in a car for like 6 months to a year or even longer, yeah, I could see you put a stabilizer from preventing bad gas. But if you store it for a short period of time, you don't have to do that. I don't. With a stabilizer, to put it in your gas, make sure you read the directions and put what it says. Because I saw one guy on YouTube, no kidding, guys, he put tons of stabilizer in his gas tank, and it turned to a jello, and that's pretty much fuck up the whole fuel system. So make sure you read directions if you have to put stabilizer in your gas. I see a lot of people on YouTube saying, I need to change the oil before I store a car for the winter, or it's gonna be so bad. I need to change the oil before winter. Hear me out, guys. If you store in a car for 4 or 5 months, not needed. If you store in a car for 6 months, a year, or even longer, yeah, I could see to change the oil. But if you store it for a short period of time, not necessary. I don't. Well, all right, so some people saying warm up the car. Some people say don't warm up a car during winter time. The smart thing to do is warm up your car, because if the car sits for a long period of time, all that liquids, all the oil sits at the bottom and could create a moisture in your pans, like liquid pans or your motor. So it's nice to start it up and let those oils run and lubricate the engine and warm up. It will warm up the battery as well. So the smart thing to do, just warm up a car, whatever case it be, once a week, twice a month, whatever it is, but run it for like 10 minutes and you're good to go. I do it. Also, make sure all your fluids are filled. If it's not filled, it also could create a moisture. So make sure, check before you storing it, check all your liquids if they're good. And if there's no snow on the roads and the rain washed off all the salt and the roads are dry, go take a car for a spin. It's good for a car to lubricate that engine, get those oils running. So it's good for the car. So just go for a spin if the weather conditions are great. So yeah, guys. All right, guys, battery, important thing. I don't have it in here, it's in the back of my trunk. But batteries are expensive. It will run you like 250 or even more. So they're expensive. If you're storing it for a long time in the cold winter days, it kills your battery really quick. So you need to get one of these things. It's a battery tender, easy to use. Just hook it up to your battery and to your outlet, choose your voltage, and what it does, it charges your battery and maintain your battery. You could also use it for a smaller engine type of vehicles, like motorcycles, boats, whatever it is. Nice to have it. I never knew about this thing before, now I do. And it will prevent from having a dead battery like I did. I tried to start up my car to warm it up and the battery is dead. So with that thing, it helps to charge it up and you're ready, good to go, and that's it. So must have it, guys. So preventing from rats, mice, chipmunks, squirrels to get into your engine, because sometimes they could do that and chew up your wires, do electrical damage, which could be really expensive. So to prevent that, which I never knew about this, the guy told me to put mothballs or just a regular dry sheets, the one you do with laundry, just a dry sheets. So to put all around here. I guess they don't like the smell of it, so it kind of scares them out. Also, the exhaust tips, the pipes, they could easily get in here and make a nest. So make sure those are closed too. And true story, guys. There was a guy, I was detailing a car for him. He was complaining that chipmunks or squirrels goes in his garage and pull his insulation. So when I was detailing his car, his engine, I pulled the engine cover and there was a nest up there. So one of the chipmunks made a nice comfy nest because they like it's nice and warm. So that's where his insulation went, right in the engine. So yeah, guys, so if it could happen, there's a shed up here, and I look, there's the chipmunks and squirrels goes into attic all the time. I looked at this attic up there. There's tons of pine cones, so they're storing tons of pine cones in the attic. But yeah, they could get in. So just keep an eye on it. So just put the dry sheets or mothball in the engine bay. I guess that scares them. But whenever you start the car and ready to go, make sure you pull them out because you don't want to start the fire. You might as well start the car now to warm it up. Oh yes, she sounds mean. So yeah, we're gonna run it for 10 minutes. let the engine warm it up, let those oils running. So yeah guys, that's all I have for you for today. It's getting cold, I'm cold. Stay tuned for my upcoming videos. I hope I didn't forget anything else. Maybe I did. If you have something that you do something different, write down in my comments below this video, and I'll catch you next time guys. Thank you. Alright guys, I give you extra bonus tip from what I know, and it will happen eventually after so many years. Even you don't drive your car in the rainy days, bad weather condition, somewhere underneath or any metal surface, the moisture will get in on your car and it will rust off. So to prevent that, make sure you undercoat your cars, lubricate it with spray it underneath, and it will prevent from the rust. All my cars are undercoated and I don't have to worry about it, so the car will last you longer. So do that guys.